Hey, so welcome to this kvCORE training. We are super excited. We've been putting in a lot of work. I brought with me one of our corporate trainers here, Annalisa, and she'll be kind of leading this discussion and going forward. The idea behind this, guys, is we want to really just make sure that you are aware of what's available to you guys, what you have that can help you be successful agents and really just shine in your areas. And so we wanted to spend some time making sure that we went through kind of the flow of how we see the kind of the client's perspective too on some of it, but how you can really utilize the tools to make yourself more effective and more efficient as an agent. So we'll go ahead and get started. And Elisa's been with the company for a number of years here. She's done a ton of trainings. All in 2018, she did thousands of trainings just going forward and doing this. So she's well versed in kvCORE, kind of the solutions and things with us. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you, Annalisa, from this point on. You can share your screen, and if there's any questions, feel free to chat. I'll help try to manage the chat while we're going in on this here. So.
Okay, well, hi everyone, this is Annalisa, and I'm showing my screen is visible. Can someone verify that for me, please? Can you see it, Robert?
Yep, I got it. Driving agent
Perfect.
success. So.
Awesome, all right. So my name's Annalisa. I've been with the company about 5 years, and yes, I've done a massive amount of training. So I'm really happy to meet you folks and just talk about how you can drive kvCORE to be successful and get that ROI with that kvCORE platform. So away we go. Oh, good grief, see, I'm already stumbling. What about that? Okay, so what we're going to cover today is why does tech fail, how you can drive success with kvCORE. We're going to go over some use cases and where do we go from here? But most of all, we're really going to focus on how to drive business with kvCORE. So why does tech fail? I mean, we've kind of seen it all before when we've tried different CRMs and solutions in the past, and sometimes it just doesn't move the needle. And sometimes it's because there's been like a nice big launch and it checks the boxes for the broker system. They hold a training session, but really what could go wrong there? And we're trying to fill that gap of making sure you have continued training and access to all sorts of resources to help you learn how to leverage the system. Because if you don't have those elements, you know, within about 120 days, we're going to start hearing that little chirpity chirp of a cricket because very few are using the system and it's really not driving much of a meaningful return. So they're not investing their time in it. So, you know, this is going to go crickets because it's kind of maybe more of a limited technology, not an all-in-one solution like we present. It doesn't have that real ability for personal branding, lead ownership, individual lead empowerment, which is super cool because if your broker opts in to lead privacy, they don't have access to them. We also have some ability for people to scale up with growth, which isn't available within other systems. And also, a lot of them don't have that mobile capability in their system built in. It can be really time consuming to learn and convert your method of thinking to matching it to our tools and vice versa. And at the end, it just kind of causes kind of a bad adoption and support. So we're going to speak to the elements of kvCORE, which is going to answer all of these questions on why aren't they adopted, because we have solutions in place to assist you in adopting and learning how to leverage the system. Now, what does success look like? Really, being successful is partially about the tech and also the execution with that tech partner. So it's really a partnership of, you know, we're giving you the hammer per se, and then you still have to build the house. So this is a giant tool that's going to assist you in growing your business and scaling up and being successful. So we're offering really the right technology. We've got that powerful all-in-one solution that's really results focused. It's not just checking off features. We've got the mobile-enabled, agent-empowered access. We have an amazing plan that focuses on end results where you're going to be feeling like you're working with us as a true technology partner. And that is a true statement. We want to see you succeed. We want to get your feedback and continue growing and improving. We also provide a lot of training, coaching, and mastermind content. And we'll get into that a little further. But of course, that's my first love. But I love the whole system, but that's really I love it. And then we're going to get you into the right activities to help you look at setting your personal goals, attending training and coaching, setting you up so you can execute your daily and weekly targets. Now, we're going to speak to the kvCORE platform, which is basically your business on autopilot, and go over some product demo and feature highlights now. And Robert, is there anything you'd like to add on before I proceed?
No, you're doing amazing. Keep going.
Thank you. So the power of kvCORE, what the heck does it offer you, right? So when we look at boiling it down to that individual team, individual agent, you have the ability to set your own branding and lead empowerment. So you can take your websites and apply our website customizations via our default websites. You can opt into using additional websites like Agent via Spark, which is micro-local, or WordPress, or even our own semi-custom template and custom areas via our marketplace where we build it for you. You have the ability to really scale up with your growth as you get your branding out there, as you get your leads flowing, as you build that pipeline. We have 2 kvCORE exclusive apps, and we'll go through those in just a little bit here. We have an exclusive mobile app, which is basically like having your dashboard in your pocket on your phone. And we have an exclusive core open house app, which is going to allow you to have electronic sign-in, and it automatically tags and subcategorizes all attendees that sign in for you. It can also kick off smart campaigns and listing alerts. So there's a really efficient way for you to go to that open house and start communication as soon as you need to. So really we offer, this all-in-one system solution that's going to help you move those contacts from new to closed to sphere, wherever you need to, because you're going to be using all of these statuses throughout their life, because on average people move like 12 times in a lifetime. And finally, that includes this for networking and learning.
Hey, Annalisa,
Yes.
It kind of cut out the audio there for probably about 10 seconds or so.
Oh, shoot.
And I know some other people are having experiences. I just want to make sure that's not the case across the board too. So give me just a second. But if you don't mind, just kind of go back maybe 10 seconds and starting there, that'd be great.
Yes. So we do have that all-in-one system solution that helps you bring those contacts from a new lead to an active lead client on down the line to closed. We have a space for you to drop your vendor and agent contacts. And it just allows you to really keep track of everything within your sphere, which is pretty cool. Now, can you hear me right now?
Yep.
Okay. And finally, this core learning portal is a 24/7, 365 portal of which you can access to gain training via self-paced tutorials. We have a comprehensive training program that includes live webinars and some really super active Facebook groups that enable you to network with fellow users and also learn from them and how they're using and leveraging the product. Now, let's speak a bit to lead ownership. When you add your contacts to most broker or team solutions, the owner of that system now owns those contacts. So this can kind of make users go, hesitation, right? They might not want to fully commit. We've actually built in the ability for your broker to opt in to have lead privacy activated within kvCORE. Now, if this is activated, you can actually set your whole database of leads to a private status, and the broker won't have the ability to see or remove those leads. So it kind of removes that hesitation factor, and hopefully it gives you a good state of mind, like, hey, these are good, they're mine, they're staying with me, and so forth. When it comes to individual agent branding, most broker or team solutions generally don't allow an agent to customize their website, including but not limited to the look and feel, the ability to adjust your MLS display data, as well as building custom pages or resource tabs and adding blogs. So we have many different types of customization options within kvCORE, and that's built into our web and IDX tools. So I'm going to show you some different types of websites, just so you can get an idea of what you can do. We're going to go over our default website. So I'm going to open this up for you so you can take a look at that. So this is the hero template. This comes static and default with the system, and you can affect change on these tabs at the top. You can rename those. You can add in different types of resources here. If you're going to be doing any recruiting, you can actually enable a We're Hiring section here, or if you don't want that, you can have it offline. And you can also, which is super groovy, you can add in your own manual listings, which I love. So you can drop in your coming soons, exclusives, and solds right here. So they're readily available for anyone to view. And then you can use these links yourself. So if I go into my coming soon here, and we take a look at Seinfeld's apartment here, if you look up in the browser, you have an exclusive link just for this coming soon property. And this is something you can use within your advertisements online or within custom text codes to really get that word out there. Now, we also have some features via our marketplace, and that's our semi-custom templates with custom areas, as well as our Agent Fire Spark site, which really gets into that nitty-gritty of micro-local focus and WordPress access. Now, a couple of examples of the semi-custom templates are going to be this Destin Eimers group. And you'll see here it's got a bit of a different layout. It might take a moment to load because it actually includes a large video background, which is pretty cool. And it may work a little slower for you right now because you're watching a video of a video, but it's working very smoothly on my end. So as we work our way down this, you can kind of see that it's got some different relief background here. So it gives it a little texture. You can add in different videos like a welcome, as well as videos about properties. And if you look to the featured areas here, this is really cool. As you hover over these tiles, you'll see they kind of indent and rise up. The ribbon also changes to blue. So it really is built to keep
Annalisa.
those eyeballs of those users engaged and market information. Yes. Hello?
Looks like it cut out again.
Oh,
but
my
not
goodness.
much. It was only a couple seconds, but it keeps kind of cutting in and out sometimes. So.
Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I'm not sure why that's happening. But it gives you the ability to build in all of these elements to keep the consumer eye engaged and clicking in your site, and gives you the ability to build in custom content like a valuation call to action, how to search for properties, you know, what's my home worth, and you can work with our team to add in, you know, specialized photos and content, which is pretty groovy. Now, as we look at the other example, this is going to be a Southern California home specialist site. And you can see here they've got the surfboard with the piers going across the top. And it's a little bit of a different template. So you've got this nice Argyle type of overlay. And as you hover over these photos, they kind of do this little jig, right? So this is also built to keep people engaged and clicking, which is what it's all about. We want to get people to use your site day after day to have you as their trusted partner. And of course, you've got the what's my home worth, here's my team, how to get pre-approved on a loan. So you can build in all of these elements really easily. Now, if you want to take advantage of this or even check it out today to learn more about these options, it's really easy to do on your dashboard. Just click on your marketplace here down this left-hand side. And you'll see a plethora of options in here in regards to lead gen, websites, and so forth. And now my Wi-Fi is going to the what now? Okay, so you can see you can add in market-specific websites, vanity domains. And if we scroll down just a titch, we've got the semi-custom templates and custom featured areas, which is an example of these two that I just showed you here. Now, when it comes to the individual lead empowerment, most of these broker and team solutions really don't allow the individual agent to generate free or organic leads. Well, we're all about empowering you to control your business and grow your business. So we provide free access to lead gen tools within our kvCORE system, which includes our kvCORE Chrome extension that will actually build a Craigslist post for you, and I'll show you how that works. You can create customized landing pages that are either lead gen or not, or you can throw a video on those. We have custom text codes where you can say, hey lead, if you text this code to my smart number, I'm going to provide this information and it's going to pull that phone number right into your dashboard and run a data validation. And we have a call capture tool. We also have our marketplace that allows you to purchase into Google PPC, as well as, which I'm super excited about, we built a new Facebook AI advertising with retargeting built into it. So it's always adjusting to the most update thing that Facebook has put out there so we can remain relevant and on the cutting edge. So let's look at this Craigslist extension. So while you're on your dashboard and you're looking at a listing, let's say you have a listing of your own. So the listings is the third option down on the left. You can actually post these within seconds to Craigslist. So let's say we want to post this 2073 Calle Palo Fierro. So you can see here, this is the listing information we're bringing in from your MLS database, because everyone's MLS is going to live within your dashboard. And I'm going to make my screen a little larger here so you can see it a little easier. So we're pulling in the overview, gallery pictures, which might take a moment to load in. And what's really cool, I think, is it shows you similar listings. So when the list manifests, it's going to show you, okay, well, 2073 South and 2089 and 207 Calle Bravo, these are all similar in look and feel to this property. So if you're taking someone out to see this property and it doesn't quite tick the boxes, you can have a couple of these in your back pocket and say, hey, I know one that might, let's go take a look. You can also utilize the nearby listings list, which is really cool. To post a Craigslist, all you have to do is go up to this upper right-hand side and you see these three little dots kind of right below your email up here. And you have all of these different tools. You can send it via text, add it to a saved property to someone's profile, email it to a specific grouping, or text it to a specific grouping. But what we're going to do today is actually post it to Craigslist. So when I click this, the system's going to then kick off the use of our Google Chrome app for kvCORE, or extension rather. So this is what comes up first, and because I have many counties where I'm at, I just need to physically click the county and then away it goes. You can take a sip of coffee, do a quick stretch, and it builds the ad for you in about 10, 20, 30 seconds, depending on your connection with the internet. So it'll always take you to an unpublished draft where you can go in, give it the old eyeball. You can even edit this post here and add in additional photos or context of information. Now, when I was speaking to text codes a moment ago, if you look here, you can kind of see where it says info and pics. Please text Annalisa Dahlin to 760-712-4088. So this is one of those call to actions that you could take your text code, which is associated on your dashboard, and I'll show you where that little goodie lives in a second, and just say, hey, if you text this code to my smart number, I'm going to send you more information on this property. And you can set it up to where the system will immediately text them a lead, text the lead the information on the property, as well as all of your contact information, and land their contact information in your. When you're looking to build a call to action such as this, you can actually go into your dashboard in the lead engine, and we're going to click into call capture. And this is all about utilizing and leveraging that smart number. Now you're going to see that I have quite a few custom text codes in here. So when you look at this, you may not see as much traffic in here yet, but what you'll see is at this bottom left, here is my own individual agent text code. So my name is a default text code that belongs to me and me alone. And you're going to find the same thing for yourself right here. Now, as we look down this right-hand side, you'll see here is my name. And I actually have the ability to edit the message for this anytime. So if I wanted to share a listing for a house, I could just go in and click edit. And I can drop the MLS, or I could as well drop in the profile. And then, of course, you have the smart number, which you may want to use to leverage depending on your access and smart numbers you may have within the system. Now, once you have this set up, you can drop it into your advertisements on media or even print media and have those call to actions out everywhere. Now, if you want to create your own, you can do that very easily as well. So like I created one called Show Me the Money. And we'll message on this evaluation. We drop a link to prompt them to do that. And all they have to do is text the code to the smart number to get this prompt. So you can build in different types of calls to action within your all sorts of advertising, and it's really, really easy to do. The last thing I want to mention with codes is if you have a lot of homes for sale, I'm trying to find if I have a house one. Here it is. You can actually build custom text codes for your sign writers. So you can say, I am going to call it house one on my sign writer. And I'm going to go down here to the bottom and create a code. So I'm going to click add new. And maybe I just want to call this house one. And it's going to be connected to this MLS ID right now. So we can set this up, connect it to the smart number. So of course it works. And then I can click add. So, oh, it's a duplicate, darn. Okay, so let me just put 11 on there. That'll work. Okay, so our latest text code here has landed at the bottom. Fine. So you
Yeah,
edit.
hey, Annalisa,
Is it happening again?
Yeah, it kind of happens on
Frequently?
occasion, but it does happen for like a good 5 seconds, and so we missed quite a big chunk of it. It sounds like. I'm not sure much what to do on this. If we can just kind of just keep going, I just on occasion it might pause. That's unfortunate.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure why that's happening.
Yeah.
So with the custom text code, you can build a customized sign writer text code. And when you associate that with an MLS ID, you can then have it matching up to that sign writer. And when you sell the home, you can actually edit it and drop in a new MLS number, and it recycles that custom code to the next house, which is pretty neat. Now, you can also look at using landing pages and squeeze pages, which are going to be located for free in your lead gen tools within the lead engine. So if we go back to the lead engine, we can actually create a squeeze page. So, and a habit we really encourage people to get into is to get used to offering a property search of the day. So you can do this really easily by jumping in and creating a squeeze page. Now, depending on your level of access within kvCORE, you'll choose accordingly where you want to direct this information. Because I'm the agent who wants to get these leads, it's all about me. I want that yellow brick road to come back to me. I'm going to choose my own domain and click Start Building. Now, within these tools, you have a multi-property, single property, seller squeeze, and market report you can create. I'm going to demonstrate this multi-property because it's kind of groovy. So what you can do is either indicate areas of which you want to capture in this information we are pulling from your MLS. And this can be multiple areas. It could be a zip code. All sorts of combinations from area, city, neighborhood, zip code, MLS number if you have those available in your MLS. Or you can draw on a map. So it's either or. So what I can do, I can either put in an address up here and kind of draw around that address, or I can just click in a bit, zoom it on in, and I can click draw area and do a real custom type of map. So I can just click to drop my anchor and just put them all along that harbor highway to the naval base. So you can, put in all sorts of areas. And I just clicked through to something there. Sorry about that. But you can kind of see the gist here. And then you just connect it. And that would be your custom area. So if I click Apply Selection, it's going to remove these two areas I put in and rely on pulling content from this map. Next, we can indicate the listing type. Really handy because you can say, well, yeah, I do want condos. I do want townhouses. You know, if you accidentally hit contingent or something like that, and you're like, whoop, don't want that, super easy to get rid of it. Just click the X. Then you can indicate your price mins and maxes, the same with square footage and acres, as well as bed and bath minimums. And you can also use options here. Now, this is super handy if you kind of think of a guide in your head, like, okay, every Thursday is going to be Thursday. It's just listed Thursday. It's fixer-upper Friday or foreclosure Friday. Maybe it's newly built Sunday or open house Thursday or Wednesday. But you have all of these things that you can kind of associate in your head, like, okay, what's my to-do list today? That's right. It's maybe you're in an area where there's horse properties people are looking for, or on a golf course or homes that have a pool. You know, you can kind of think about who you want to target and easily pick any of these options. So if I want to pull all of the reduced properties in these two areas that are this type of home, I can do so really easily in seconds. Now, once we have these criteria built in, we looked at this top right for page configuration, and this is really bad because when you add in a source code and a hashtag, you're adding in trackable elements, which gives you the eyeball on how did this perform? How many people are here within that hashtag? How did this source go? And all of this information compiles into your business analytics that you can view anytime. So I really encourage you to check this out today because it's got all sorts of interesting information inside. So if I wanted to name my source, I might just call it Warwick. Maybe if I spelled correctly, that would probably help, huh? And then I could just drop in the zip code. And I know it's price reduced, so I could just PR for price reduced at the end. So when you're creating these source codes, you can kind of think in your own method and say like, okay, this makes sense to me. When I put this in here, I'll know exactly what this is about. And then you can create a hashtag by either dropping one in that you already have made and available, or you can type in a hashtag to create one at the time. So maybe I want to call this the same thing. I'm going to call it Warwick 10950 PR. And if you'll notice, I'm going to back up right now. As I was typing, it was actually building the code for me. So at first I was like, hey, here's all your Warwick tags. And I'm like, nope, I don't want any of those. So as I type in, now you can see we're actually physically creating a tag. And when you're done typing in, no spaces, you just click on it. And voila, there is your new hashtag. Now, you can also opt for your gating, which actually means how many property views do you want to give these folks before the system prompts and says, hey, heads up, I need you to sign in. So you can choose 1 or 2, which is immediate and default, which are my 2 favorites, but you may have other endeavors out there where you want to give it a little room to breathe. So we've given you that option here. And last but not least, you just click generate link and the system's going to generate for you in seconds. And now you have a link, either a short link or a direct link, which lead to both the same thing that you can utilize. So and send it out on any social media of which you choose. And the cool thing about it is it's actually going to be, oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, and it's going in and out, but yeah.
I'm sorry, Robert.
Okay.
What you can actually do is drop this in, and it's going to be something that you can rely on that'll update daily. Every time your MLS has an update, we're going to be pulling live content into these squeeze pages. So that's a really neat feature of which you can use. And you can also create these with a call to action with a landing page generator. Now, the landing page generator, if we go back to the lead engine, is just to the left of your squeeze page option. So again, you're going to choose the domain of which you want to direct the leads and start building. The whole idea behind these is you're saying, hey, contact, if you give me your email and or cell, and you click this button, I am going to connect you with information that you're indicating you need. Now, when you build these, you can actually build in a hashtag here at the top left. So maybe I just want to make it the same thing. You know, the Warwick 10950 PR. I can change up my button text. So when I type in this section, it's going to customize that button. And you've got the URL after login, which ties to this button. So when they click this button, where are we sending them? So you can just paste your link in there. And then you can opt to require the phone number or not, and choose a background. So we have many static backgrounds of which you can drop in, like a modern home, you know, super thoughtful lady, as well as a happy couple. And you also have the ability to add in a custom background or even a primary MLS image to pull a photo of a home of which you might have listed. So as we work our way down into the body of this, you can double click to get rid of the icon there, logo. However, that may not be in compliance with your MLS service, so really make sure that you can or cannot remove that logo. Once you move into the body of the landing page, you can edit anything in here. So I could just call this, you know, price reduced homes in Warwick. And then myself, I always edited this section to reflect daily list of hot buys in and around Warwick. And you can also edit these little bullet points. Now, these are not clickable actions. These are actual places where you can add in additional information, and you can edit these really easily just by typing in. And that includes that secondary line as well. Now, if you're like, look, I don't need these bullets, all you have to do is double click to get rid of them. So if you want to clean it up, just double click on these little guys and away they go, because sometimes simpler is better. Now, once we've given this the old eyeball and we're like, okay, we're good to go, just click save. And the system's giving you a heads up. When you click OK, it's saved and you will not have the ability to edit this. So once I click OK, this link up here is going to go from the end of Ask Create to actually a long link of which you can use in advertising. So I'm going to click OK. Page is going to update. And now I have my final product. So this is something I can copy and paste into my groups or social media of choice. I also have these little shortcuts via this little green guy at the top left. So I could actually just click Facebook and it's a shortcut. So when this loads up, you have the ability to share to your own newsfeed or story a really super nice and understanding friends timeline, maybe within a group you manage or you're a part of. Maybe you're going to create an open house event or something of that. Share it onto your business page or even share as a private message. You also have the ability to share into Twitter, LinkedIn, and Pinterest directly off of this landing page. Now, to give you an idea of what it looks like, let me go ahead and close this one. We're going to actually drop a landing page into that group so you can see what the end product looks like. So you just paste your link in, it'll take a moment to manifest here. And once it does, you can get rid of the link and put in whatever your call to action may be within that text. So this could be your property search of the day, reduced in Warwick. And then you can just go ahead and post it. So this will be what the end user sees, what your consumer sees. And when they click through on this, they'll be prompted to sign in. Yeah, I know, AOL, fun, huh? And then you can just click show me the homes. Like as a consumer, they'll add in their information. And the system's going to redirect them to your website to view properties. And then every time they click it or save this link, you know, if there's 172 results tomorrow or 158 the next day, it's always going to show the most up-to-date information. Now, if you're looking to incorporate your Google PPC or Facebook AI advertising with retargeting, you can actually explore those options on your dashboard via the marketplace. And when it opens, you'll see the Google tile.
It's kind of gotten in and out on occasion too, still.
Yeah, something's happening here and I'm not sure what. I think Comcast is having some issues. I apologize. So what you have is your marketplace, and then you'll see the information of your Facebook AI and retargeting, as well as your Google leads that may be available for you to purchase into. Now, you can also opt in, and I would really suggest you look at this Facebook by API Nation. If you're going to do your own lead gen, I really encourage you to take advantage of this because API Nation gave us a little sweetheart deal of giving you free access to port those leads from Facebook into kvCORE, which is pretty cool. Now, within kvCORE, you have the ability to scale up. So most of those broker or team solutions really don't have the capability to allow for a team to access and efficiently, leverage the tools within a platform. So we've actually designed a system that is specifically for teams to scale up and grow their business, and that is our kvCORE team add-on via the kvCORE marketplace. So this gives you the ability to do lead generation within your team of free and organic leads or PPC, custom lead routing and smart campaigns or AKA drip campaigns, customize your domain, and access to business analytics, which really allow you to see the ability to see that accountability, team metrics, team personalization beyond that agent primary domain. Anything to add, Robert, so far?
Yeah, I think things are going well.
All right, thank you. So really, this is the one true multi-team solution that is cohesive right now. So this is going to replace that full lead gen platform of what Boomtown Sync for teams and agents. Again, it gives you that private team lead system, team control, team website, and we can optimize with websites from WordPress or Spark, Agent Fire Spark sites that are micro-local. You've got your lead gen tools, lead purchasing and management, advanced lead routing options, flexible campaigns, and analytics. Now, it's important also to kind of reset how you think and get those reasonable expectations for learning kind of clicking into your mind, because it can be difficult to change and learn something new, and sometimes it does feel overwhelming. Myself, when I was just learning conversion eons ago, I was really holding myself to that accountability of why didn't I know how to do this before I knew I had to know it? And once I relaxed that self thing I was putting on myself, I was able to learn a little better. Understand then that your pipeline equals paycheck. So to quickly gain traction in kvCORE, we've designed different free services and tools which you can take advantage, which includes our core learning portal, and it holds our agent success plan that runs in tandem with live webinars. We have a quick start and other self-paced tutorials. When you are looking to import leads, we have a free lead configuration service with a dedicated team to help you import your leads. And you can learn more about this via the lead engine and bulk import. And finally, we have a whole library of pre-built smart campaigns and behavioral notifications that keep you apprised of your contacts online and their actions, as well as listing alerts that are always going to pull data from your MLS of which you're connected. Now, to be a complete system, we've also made it very mobile compatible. So it is a very fast-paced day and age of business, and you really need to have access to your dashboard everywhere you are. So we've developed 2 mobile apps that are exclusive to kvCORE. There is an app with dialer function, and exclusive kvCORE Open House app, which allows you to track open house guests and have them built directly into the system. And they're both available via iTunes and Google Play. Now, when we look to the dialer, it has all sorts of neat information built in with its AI. It's basically like your little assistant in your pocket. So you have that behavioral mobile dialer, which you can trigger off of statuses, hashtags, saved groupings of folks. You have your lead and sphere of influence activity stream. You can chat, text, and email. You can sync your Gmail, and it's really done quickly with a quick swipe. And just to give you an idea of what it looks like, here is an example of the kvCORE app. So you can sign in, log in, and then it's going to show you the dashboard with today's calls, tasks, recent activity, leads, and contacts. And as you look across the bottom, you've got your CRM, dialer, tasks, activity, and inbox. Now, what's neat about this is it's going to give you the ability to pass on a lead or accept a lead if one is sent to you. And you're also going to get notifications from us via your notification service within the app. So you can actually create these to ping you and say, hey, heads up, so you've been sent a question, you've got a new lead, etc. And then you'll be able to see with the dialer, you can actually queue up today's calls, new leads, inactive leads, oldest or active, dial by hashtag, dial by a saved filter from your smart CRM. And then you'll be able to see the list of which you're pulling up right here when you choose the list and then dial now and away you go. It'll actually give you a countdown and a preview of their timeline so you can see notes you may have pinned or what the recent activity is. You can scroll down and read more, look at their tasks or profile. And then you can log the call and say, yes, I contacted not home, bad number, add in a note to your call. And the system will also tell you if a task was missed, because sometimes that happens. So with that task, if it rolls by you, it's going to say, hey, heads up, you need to get to these. And they'll tell you if you're past due on a task as well. The activity stream is really just like the one you have on your dashboard, just condensed on a mobile screen. So with the kvCORE Open House app, it's really a smart way to manage the open house experience. You can use it on a smartphone or tablet for optimization. It automatically syncs with kvCORE when online and functions offline and will sync back in once you're on Wi-Fi again. It provides a secure environment for the information. It builds in open house specific tracking elements, so it's going to automatically drop a hashtag on with the also built-in hashtags if you like. And those hashtags can actually trigger a smart campaign and alerts. So all of these facets within the system are connected. So really, we are building this entire solution to run your entire business because of all of these integrations. So you've got your top to bottom business analytics, that brand-enabled marketplace, that robust cloud of architecture and our API access with Zapier and API Nation. And all of this leads into that lead gen and nurture, where we also have the core social product that's going to assist you with posting on social media. We've got the powerful website and complete CRM. We have listing and sell tools, as well as the core listing machine, which is going to speak to seller leads. And then we have the integration of texting and transitions, transactions, and a broker platform with our core back office, which is formerly Broker Sumo, it's a consumer mobile. So hopefully you've learned a few things today that you can really leverage a complete solution and use these tools to grow, and that there's ample training to drive your ROI. So hopefully you've learned that what kvCORE is and how it differs, and why it's a good idea to start looking at it and leveraging it by adopting daily use. That your personal generated leads are safe and private. That you can create your own brand and customize your own front-facing website. You can scale and expand your business into a team if you'd like. You can also combine, really, we're taking 3 to 10 former separate systems, and they're all in one package, which makes it a lot easier and allows you to be more productive because it's all in one place. You can generate free organic or paid leads. And you can manage your leads and sales pipeline for the highest results possible. And training is available 24/7, 365. And that is available via this learning portal here. So you just click the little cap at the bottom left, or if you're on your dashboard, you can click the view learning portal here at the top right, or agent success plan. So we've tried to pepper it in a few places where you can easily access. And when you opt in to use this via your dashboard, it's going to pick up exactly where you left off last time. And you can jump in. And I really encourage you to check out the Agent Success Plan if you haven't already. It's a 4-week course that I think would be really good for you to jump in and start learning, or revisiting learning kvCORE. And we also have some great classes like converting your kvCORE contacts and leads, conversations and closings. And if you click into growth strategies, you're going to see a simple social media posting protocol to generate leads and referrals, how to generate and convert seller leads, retargeting 101, Facebook pay-per-click ad basics. So we're trying to arm you with all of this knowledge so you can really proactively write your future. And that concludes my presentation.
Awesome, Annalisa. Thanks so much. Hey, you do want to apologize. There were some audio concerns and things, but for the most part, what I noticed, it was kind of pausing, but it would quickly catch it back up. So we'll send out the recording here as soon as it's done. I'll make sure Annette has that going forward. Appreciate your guys' time. The biggest thing that I kind of takeaways I want to make sure you guys get out of here is that with the kvCORE solution, whether you're an expert or just getting started out, there's a lot of things already happening for you automatically. Just by making sure that you're at least promoting your website the best you can, getting people driven to it will help drive leads into the system to where they can be nurtured for you. So taking some time to understand that flow, how you can really pump in some business, importing in your contacts are going to make you guys successful just by the sheer fact of a lot of the automation that happens behind the scenes for your success. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. We can definitely look at making sure you guys got the additional training in the learning portal. I'm going to second Annalisa by saying that Agent Success Plan, even if you just want to glance at it, it's going to help you be extremely successful with utilizing on a day-to-day basis all these tools available for you. So thanks for joining us today. Let me know, or let Annette know if you have questions, and I can definitely work with her on getting those. So thanks, Annalisa.
Thanks for having me, everybody. I hope you have a great weekend.
All right. Bye.